Milo, and yeah, for the last while I've been playing rare games that you rarely see much of. Uh, for the next few weeks, I'll be doing ones that I guess are even rarer than that because they will be fan games. Not official, but officially cool. Yeah, the first two I'm playing are actually more legitimate than most because they were made by Chris Alcock around the year 2000, and of course he would later go into work for Rare, just a few years later actually. But I'll tell you the story about that in a minute. First, we need to cover the story of the game itself. And I'll leave this running in the background while we boot up the text file that came with the game, the README, because it is a doozy. Notepad.exe. So here we go. This is going to be very exciting. Of course, before I begin with this, there's a bit of background necessary about Mr. Pants himself, I think. He was sort of a mascot of Rare's website, specifically the Scribes feature, where people would write in to Rare Limited, and I believe Lee Loveday was the one answering those emails and stuff, and asked Mr. Pants, Lee was answering them, but Mr. Pants was like the mascot of Scribes, and that is very important to the context of this game. But yeah, let's go through this text file a little bit. There's a story. Story time, children. Gazing out at the calm ocean waves, Mr. Pants sighed happily as Mrs. Pie dozed quietly beside him. The beach holiday had been Mrs. Pie's idea. She'd made a delicious picnic lunch, settled Mr. Pie down with a six-pack of beer and his favorite Art Attack tape, and then crept out of the house. Now that was a cool show. Now they were here in exotic Nuki, far from the hectic suburban life that besieged Twycross. The happy couple were blissfully unaware that they were being watched, however. From behind a plastic windbreaker, Mr. Pie glared murderously at his semi-clad rival. "So, he thinks he can run off for some carnal cookery with my wife, does he?" he growled. "Well then, he's got another think coming." By the time Mr. Pants awoke from his sandwich-induced stupor, the sky was overcast and other holiday makers were starting to round up the children and begin the frantic hunt for their car keys. "Yum," Pants yawned. What's Mr. Pants' voice? Hold on. We know what he sounds like thanks to John Silk's performance in the GBA game It's Mr. Pants, but that, of course, post-dates this. But that's a good indication. What was it again? It's Mr. Pants! I can't remember his other voice lines. He has a lot of voiced dialogue in that game, or like quips and barks. Anyway. "Sally, it looked like we'd better be going too. Sally?" The beach was entirely pileless, but it didn't take long for a professional survey man like Mr. Pants to find the post-it note attached to his clipboard. "Dear Mr. Pants, having discovered your sordid little affair with my wife, I have decided to eschew the divorce courts in favor of my own little revenge drama. I have taken Sally and secured us both behind a series of doors, where you will never find her again. Unless, of course, you manage to unlock the doors through Scribe Collection. As final humiliation for you, I have paid a number of local children to drop a series of bewildering and humorous objects upon you in an effort to hinder your collection of the scribes. I feel sure that these two unorthodox methods will ensure that you never see your beloved Sally again. Mr. Pie XXX." Surveying the area, Mr. Pants noticed the first of the locked doors a few feet away. It was time to start collecting scribes. So there's just a locked door on the beach? Okay. Mr. Pants 2000 is a simple arcade game starring Rare's lovable mascot as he attempts to rescue Mrs. Pie from her husband, Mr. Pie, who has run off with his wife in a fit of jealousy. Etc., etc. So... Oh no, this is good information. Each level has a set number of scribes to collect. On level 5, you defeat Mr. Pie and then back to level 1. Like the classic arcade games of yore, Mr. Pants 2000 doesn't have an end. The objective, once you've seen all 5 levels, is to amass a higher score as you can. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's see what Chris Alcock cooked up for us. Not that. They have the same name, it's confusing. Might as well check out the other screens in this game. That is what a scribe looks like, by the way. sort of replication of the text that would appear on Rare's website, I guess, with the blue background. Rescue Mrs. Pie from the clutches of her evil husband, advancing through levels by collecting a certain amount of scribes, which look like this. Yeah, and so Mrs. Pie is Mr. Pants' partner, but she's in an awful marriage with an awful man. There's other members of his extended cast that pop up in It's Mr. Pants GBA, like his son Toby and his dog Socks and his cat Vest, but I think this might predate some of those elements. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. My cursor is on screen. We just have to avoid the bewildering array of random objects being thrown at us and collect scribes instead. And as you'll notice, there's some lovely background music straight from Banjo-Kazooie, Treasure Trove Cove. The credits, which I guess I'll show later, do have the musicians listed whose work Chris just took to put in this game. I didn't recognize the title screen music, but it's possibly done by Graham Norgate. I know he did Blast Corps, so maybe it's from that. I don't know. There's still some blind spots in my Rare knowledge, so if anyone could let me know, that'd be nice. But otherwise, I definitely recognize a song from the second world of Banjo-Kazooie when I hear it, that's for sure. Okay, so it's pretty simple so far, but things are going to heat up as we continue. Great. Lovely. I don't think that's John Silk, that's probably Chris. But yeah, it's such a novelty, this kind of fan game based on Rare lore from their website, by a guy who just a few years later would end up working there. So now we're in Paris, apparently, but there's London-style double-decker buses, some nice CRT TVs. Oh, that bathtub just clipped me, destroyed me in a huge explosion. I like this track. I don't think it's from a Rare game. Some of the music was taken from stock sources, I believe. Yeah, so Chris, yeah, he's a real cool character. He interacts a lot with the fan community as well. He certainly hangs out on DK Vine's streams quite often where they play Sea of Thieves. He's also involved in developing that game. Oop, bit of a pause as the music started again. That's all right. Yeah, so he got his start at Rare in about 2003 or a bit before maybe, working in the testing department, QA for Grab by the Ghoulies, and went on to work on Live and Reloaded and also a bunch of the GBA games that Rare was putting out at the time. By about 2006 or 7, with the launch of the 360, Cameo, well, of course, Cameo had been worked on a lot previously for the GameCube and the Xbox original. But yeah, Chris was involved a bit higher up at Rare by that point, doing some small design work and working on the manual content for Cameo. Oh. But yeah, by the time of... Oh, okay. Great. By the time of Kinect Sports, he was credited as a designer, and even after that was doing writing for things like Sea of Thieves and Rare Replay. I think at one point he was a casualty of the many layoffs that have happened at Rare under Microsoft, or he left, I'm not sure which, but I do know that after leaving he was like immediately hired back as a contractor. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I don't think he's currently employed at Rare, but he's certainly working a lot for them still, I believe. But yeah, I'm not really sure the current state. Speaking of Chris, though, you'll notice a sheep blinking in the background, the one on the right, that is, that looks quite different to the ones on the left. That is sort of an avatar of Chris. His Twitter name is Taskbar Architect, and Taskbar is the name of that sheep. The sheep will pop up again in Mr. Pants 2001, the sequel to this Mr. Pants 2000. Yeah, so, but for now it's, I guess, just an Easter egg over that. Oh, dang. Try and stay near the middle, I guess. So we've gone from... Oh, yeah, we've gone from the beach to Paris to now a farm. I wonder where we'll go next before confronting Mr. Pie. I don't even know what Mr. Pie looks like, so that'll be nice. Well, since this game's going pretty quickly, unless I die, I'll also cover where I got this game from today, because it can be a little harder to find these days. At one point it was hosted on Alistair Craig's site, The Rubber Chicken, which is an excellent site with a lot of funny writing and stuff that I used to, and a podcast that I used to follow back when it was active, but the site itself is kind of becoming inoperable these days, unfortunately. You can check out Alistair's more recent project, though, Cheeky Moon, the sketch comedy thing that he's doing on their YouTube channel. But where I found... Okay, let's see what the next thing is. Space! Space! Oh, this is a bit of a slippery floor, actually. But yeah, very icy theme here. Penguins, snowmen, and of course, Freeze Easy Peaks music from Banjo-Kazooie. And I'm only down to 2 lives, so I'm going to have to be careful. You only get a few points for getting a scribe, so I guess the bulk of your points come from doing it quickly and getting a bonus score at the end of a level. And as we saw in the instruction screen, I will get extra lives if I manage to get enough points. Gibbon says, "This is such a quaint little game." Yeah, how weird was it at the time? Unthinkable even that this like crudely drawn stick figure as the mascot for Rare's website would get a game all to himself. Well, just a few years later, they put out It's Mr. Pants on the GBA. It didn't sell very well, of course, but yeah, that was one of the THQ games on the Game Boy Advance with Rare under Microsoft. Oh, a puzzle game. It even got a mobile phone port as well with, I believe, some new puzzles, but I'm not sure. I haven't played it myself, another blind spot of mine, but it's certainly a lot of fun. Oh, in terms of its theming and characters and stuff. I struggle with puzzle games sometimes. Oh no, game over. And I've apparently been shackled up in manacles. So we'll try again. We'll get back through that. I don't know if there's cheats or anything. Oh, here's something. Yeah, I don't recognize any of those names. Maybe they might be references to Scribe's lore. I know Uncle Tusk is a Scribe's character. I actually got the top score. How about that? Ooh, I'm going to take a drink, and while I do so, we'll actually check out those credits. So Europress Software looks like a stock source for some of the art assets, but some of them were drawn by Chris. Mr. Pants was drawn by Lee, of course. Original music compositions, Graham Norgate, David Wise, and Grant Kirkhope. So I guess none of the music is stock, but yeah, I can't place some of it. Yeah. All right, while we go through those levels again, I'll tell you a bit more about where I found this download. So I follow this guy called Ragey01, also known under his website handle. His website is Random Hoo-Ha's at Flying Omelette. So there's a lot of names thrown around there, but yeah, Ragey01 is the YouTube channel, and he does a lot of fun stuff there. One of the ongoing series of videos that he's putting out is fan games from this era of Click Team and Multimedia Fusion, Game Maker, this kind of thing. And yeah, he's got 119 videos in that playlist at this point. A lot of Mario and Sonic stuff, but also other things, like there's a cool Star Fox game that he covered at one point, some Metroid games, and some rare stuff. He's covered 3 Banjo fan games, one of which I'll be playing on this stream, as well as Banjo-Kazooie Country, a very unfinished demo, and Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Grunty, which describes itself as a sort of Poke-Floats style platformer as you jump over renditions of Banjo renders. Anyway, in the links or in the description of these videos that Reiji puts out, he often includes where you can get the game. So when playing BKPC, which is the other one I'll be playing later, he put a link to that, and he also, did a video covering this game itself. So if you want to see someone actually doing it competently and all in one go, I'd recommend that. But yeah, there's a link there to download it from. And in fact, the download that he linked to includes the second installment of Banjo-Kazooie PC, which is a game by Yumblie and Bhlaab. I'll talk more about that when I start playing it in a minute. But the reason it's included with BKPC 2 is because by inputting certain secret codes into its Mr. Pants 2001, the sequel to this, you can unlock stop and swap items that will work in another Banjo fan game. So that's just amazing. Like the lore and mythology of stop and swap even extends into fan games being made in 2001. That's how powerful it was as an idea. But anyway, that's the reason why these games are included in a download together with BKPC 2. But we can trace that further back because I believe the source that Reiji used to get those games together like that was an earlier blog post by someone else that I've actually become acquainted with through Discord, Kokoro Gensou, who I know now is a big not Star Fox Adventures, more Dinosaur Planet fan, having made a sort of project to archive Dinosaur Planet material. And this is just before the big leak of the actual ROM, the playable ROM of the game, which is excellent for them. You kidding? That sneaky pig. Yeah, the animals have big hitboxes, but the roaches move really fast. At least they're a bit more predictable though. Oh, so yeah, Gen had this really old blog post, not really old, I guess it's a few years old, where they were going through BKPC 1 and 2, as well as a little bit about Banjo's Fair, another fan game from that time. So basically, I've found that blog post, I've downloaded them all from there, and that's what I'm playing today. And yeah, the reason that the Mr. Pants games were archived in that way is because Gen included them in the download for BKPC 2 because they have that interconnectivity. And it's the same zip file that Reiji put up. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying things. What else? Oh, yeah. And then, of course, at the bottom of that blog post, Gen credits Bottles98 from the Rare Witch Project forums for sourcing the games themselves and putting them together like that and supplying cheat codes and things. So yes, it's a lovely community sometimes in the Rare fandom. We want to make sure that we never lose things like this, Mr. Pants 2000. I'm sure Chris has it on his computer somewhere. Even if we lost this, I'm sure we'd be able to reach out to him via Twitter and get them sourced again. As I said, he is happy to interact with fans and to mess with them sometimes. In my history with DK Vine, I've witnessed him several times on Twitter going off and contributing silly things to the continuity based on his status as Rare staff. And even like conferring with other staff to like say silly things like, that bear in Jet Force Gemini, that's actually Banjo's mother. That was a Chris Alcock special. And I believe he was the source of Ptolemy Von Ghoul, Banjo's foster father, being the character that you play as in Slalom on the NES and the arcade. One of Rare's, I think that's Rare's first NES game, as Rare actually. Alright, so here we are, the boss fight. That's a very crudely drawn Mrs. Pie over there, looking a bit different to how she looks in It's Mr. Pants on GBA. Okay, so we just need to go side to side, avoiding the beer bottles thrown by Mr. Pie. And in so doing, oops, yeah, I missed that one. We'll hit the switch to activate this gun, this kind of high-tech laser cannon. Boom. Blast, he says. I wonder if that's taken from, like, Perfect Dark or something. Which would be appropriate, because John Silk, while also voicing Mr. Pants, did voices in Perfect Dark. I think he was... I don't know who he was. I looked him up on Behind the Voice Actors, and there was an entry for Perfect Dark, but I don't remember the character. I remember more all of the characters listed that he voiced in Star Fox Adventures, including General Scales and the Warp Stone. So, while I think General Scales and the Warp Stone, they certainly reminded me of Conker's Bad Fur Day voices when I played the Dinosaur Planet Beta. Maybe they had different actors in the final game, or maybe John Silk was in Bad Fur Day and I didn't realize, but no. I think it's just Chris for the most part. I'm trying to get the timing down. No! Oh boy, this is rough. Blast. No! Only one life left. I don't know how many times I need to hit this guy. Ah! You're kidding. Oh no. What's the time? Yeah, we've been going long off. I'm not going to complete this, apparently. If you do beat it, so it says in the instructions, it just loops anyway. So, ugh, wow, tough stuff. I believe Reggie beats it in his video, so yeah. So now I'm going to play the sequel. Perfect. This one also has a text file, so it's probably worth checking that out. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this one's got word wrap. I activated that before. All right. Blah, 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 blah. It's got quite a long plot, so let's try and race through it. Mr. Pants 2001 is a sequel to Mr. Pants 2000 and an arcade-style game requiring tenacity and strong reflexes, as well as the twisted sense of humor. You play Mr. Pants, Rare's lovable survey man, I think that's supposed to say, as he battles to save his would-be bride, Mrs. Pie, once again. To advance through levels, you will principally be collecting scribes. These blue sheets of paper will fall from the sky, and you must catch them by moving left and right. But many other hazards fall down, etc. Story. 12 months have passed. On the gloomy ruins of an abandoned construction site, the rain pattered down onto the soggy ground. The twisted piles of fallen scaffolding were lit only by the occasional crackles of lightning that flashed across the cloudy sky. It was not a night to be outside. 3 people, however, were outside, and the miserable weather was making them very much irate. They were not particularly pleasant folk to begin with either, and it would be a fool who crossed them on this dark and stormy night. Right, this is the place. Mr. Stamp, the postman, paced up and down and shivered. His thin postal uniform and hat did nothing to keep out the driving rain, and the ink was beginning to run in his letter satchel. Are you sure? Mr. Sky hovered around the remains of the scaffolding. It seems awfully quiet. His jetpack turned the puddles to steam as he flew about, scanning the area for any signs of life. Oh, this has to be the right place, my loves. Mr. Paint, the last member of the unholy trinity, walked up to the scaffolding and tapped it. Give us an hand to move this girder off, will ya? The trio heaved and strained, and after what seemed an eternity of digging through the rubble, a flash of lightning revealed a shoe. There he is, Mr. Stamp shouted above the roar of the storm. Pull quickly! With a heave and a strain, the 3 became 4. Mr. Pie was standing in the middle of his old drinking partners and glowering at them. It's about time, you degenerates. Oh, yuck, said Mr. Sky, for Mr. Pie had changed. The 12 months underground had taken their terrible toll on his body, reducing him to a mere skeleton. Wow, this has got real Banjo-Tooie vibes. And yeah, to be around the same time, so... He stood in the tattered remains of his clothes, nothing remaining but bones. What was Stamp's voice? That's disgusting, moaned Mr. Stamp, turning a distinct shade of green. How can we possibly proceed now? I mean, what kind of sick and twisted people would have a living skeleton as the main villain of a game? Alright, I get it. No, really, I'm fine, Pie snapped. A couple of hot dinners and I'll be right as rain. Now why is it taking you a whole year to get me out from beneath there? Well, to be honest, we couldn't really be asked, Stamp replied. I mean, you never pay for your round down the pub and nobody really likes you. But then we saw this. Mr. Paint flourished a newspaper, the headline to which was revealed by a suitable dramatic lightning. Mr. Pants and Mrs. Pie to wed. I don't believe it, Mr. Pie gasped. No, me neither, said Stamp. I mean, how do his wedding plans manage to make the front page of the paper? It defies all logical... I mean, Pie snapped, my treacherous wife thinks that I'm dead, and so it's okay for her to marry that brazen hussy Mr. Pants. Well, we'll just have to show him that rumours of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Come on, lads, I have a plan. Is it an evil plan? Stamp asked, trailing behind his resurrected friend. Mr. Pie considered. I suppose it is, yeah. Is that a problem? No, not really. Right, now pay attention, you three. Pie led the way through the forest, oblivious to the streaming rain. Lack of nerve endings will do a lot for a man. We're going to need as much help as we can get for this one, so the first thing we'll do is contact Mr. Trout. He's dead. Really? Pie looked a bit startled. What killed him? Unpopularity, but we still got the email addresses of a few of his followers. Well then, Pie rubbed his reigning hand against his side gleefully. We'll get them to hurl objects at Mr. Pants. Like the last game. Like the last game, yes. While this goes on as a distraction, Mr. Sky can spirit my wife away to the secret lair that we built underneath the pub. Remember it? Oh yeah, Mr. Sky smiled. We got so drunk that night. Anyway, I'm not much good as a boss, so I'll fly around and try and prevent Mr. Pants from ever reaching the rest of you. With all of us working together, there's no way he'll get to us this time. I'm so nervous, Mrs. Pie whispered to her about-to-be husband as they walked slowly down the aisle. How do you feel? Mr. Pants considered this. Great, great, great! Oh, you're so sweet, Pie smiled. And just think, tonight we'll be able to see what lies under those... What's that noise? The guests screamed and scrambled for the church exits as Mr. Sky, laughing demonically, smashed through one of the stained glass windows and descended towards the startled bride. You're coming with me, Pie! He cackled, making a hasty escape for the church doors with Mr. Pants in hot pursuit. I've got her, Sky called, as he flew outside and up into the air. Start throwing things, boys, he called to Mr. Trout's followers, who dutifully began to hurl bizarre items plucked from the carnage of the wedding. Oh well, Mr. Pants sighed, watching the love of his life being dragged off into the distance and then deftly evading the hail of objects coming from overhead. One more time. Golly. Right, so a new mechanic in this game, on top of the co-op mode, which I'll show you, is RPAs, or Rubbish Picture Attachments. You got to get specific colors. Getting 3 reds will give you a shield. 3 greens will let you wrap around like Pac-Man. And yellow will give you a smart bomb, which clears all objects. Oh, and blue will give you a score bonus. Okay. And yeah, if you get a different color, you'll drop them. So you got to be careful. Oh gosh, yeah. So there's, on top of a co-op mode, where Mr. Pants can enlist the help of the ever-popular taskbar to collect scribes. You can have a counter-op mode where the player 2 controls Mr. Sky to mess up Pants' chances. Oh my gosh, Pants' chances. That's amazing. Why did I just say that? And yeah, lots of secrets and stuff, etc. Now, since I guess time is limited, I will look up the answers here. So in BKPC 2 Secrets, we'll find a cheat code to enter into Mr. Pants 2001. To get these items, use the password ibagpuss, select normal game, and play through collecting secret items when you see them. Okay, so that means I won't be actually able to show off at one go. The sheep mode. I see it's... Okay, so... Done it again. There we go. See how there's kind of a transparent background, and behind it you can see some of my other windows, my OBS window and my Joy 2 Key window. Anyway. Oh, you can't see that, but There's an about screen. That was not worth clicking through to that. Okay, I think it's... How do I enter passwords? Cheat entry. I bag puss. Oh. Okay, so I think that worked. I'll show you taskbar mode later, I guess, because according to the README from BKPC 2, that I think was written up again, they're not compatible with each other. You only do one at a time. Alright, so this is detritus from the wedding, apparently, so we can see presents. A lot of presents. Yay, a shield. Bottles of bubbly. Oh, the shield went away already? Maybe they only last as long as I don't collect more RPAs. That would be a problem. I don't know what those spinning white rectangles are. I'm trying to figure that one out. One of these power-ups is activated with space. I'm not sure which one it was now. The smart bomb, yellow, that's right. But while I have this one active, I can wrap. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And it did say you can't even pick up a fourth of the same color or it'll cancel your current power-up. I think a shield's probably going to be more useful, to be honest. So I'll try and get the reds back again. Haven't noticed any of those secret items yet, though. I'm giving up my sheep mode to do this, so I hope I don't regret it. The sheep is such a fun little addition. It can be controlled by a second player, but I've set up hotkeys so I can control them myself. I'm actually annoyed that I can't play in sheep mode right now. Seems like there's a lot more scribes to pick up in this game. You'll have to see Mr. Pants' death animation at some point, though. It's quite amusing in this game. Come on, where are my scribes? Too many RPAs. I feel like this might even go faster in classic mode, to be honest. Without the power-ups, maybe the scribes will spawn more often. I'm sure they'll save my bacon there. Yep, that happens. Always that pause when the music starts again. And again, I do not recognize this music, but I haven't checked the credits for this game. Ta-da! Aha! The ice key. I already grabbed it, but you saw it briefly there in that crate. That's the first of our secret items. I'm not sure how the connectivity works or even if it will work, but I've got the Mr. Pants files in the same folder as the BKPC2 file, so hopefully it works. If it doesn't, it's no big deal. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is like a MIDI rendition of Grant Kirkhope's track from the Banjo-Kazooie world called Rusty Bucket Bay. And there's, of course, lots of nautical themed things here. Anchors and such. Barrels. Cardboard boxes, of course. But yeah, I noticed that some of those sound effects are a bit different. I guess they didn't have access to the same instruments that Grant had when making the 64 soundtrack. I wonder if Chris did this music himself. I think he's got one credit for music. I checked his Moby Games registry. I still think red is probably the most useful. Even if it only takes one hit, that's a whole life you'll save if it comes to it. I love this track, by the way. This is one of my favorites from the first Banjo. Great, great, great. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're on the HMS Stamper's Sun Deck, so named for the Stamper brothers who founded Ashby Computers and Graphics / Ultimate Play the Game / Rare, of course. And yeah, we've got the Gangplank Galleon track from Donkey Kong Country's final boss fight. Reused as Snaky Shanty in DKC 2, of course. And cannonballs dropping down as in the K-Rool boss fight, as well as life preservers that actually do bounce like they do in the boss fight. I can't tell what those little critters are. Maybe rats. I thought they looked like koalas, but surely not. Could be a dingo reference. But no, I think they're probably rats. Nautical rats. And what cute little fellas they are. I wonder when we're gonna get to meet this rogues gallery mentioned in the text file. Mr. Trout's followers are off screen hurling this rubbish at us, supposedly. I assume Mr. Sky is exclusive to the counter-operative mode, but we might see him at some point. Can't wait to see what skeletal... Oh, there you go. The life boys still have a hitbox when they're bouncing on the deck, so I was able to actually take a hit from it. And even though the shield looks like it's just above you, it does extend to the sides too. Okay, so we have a screenshot from Mr. Pants 2000 on the left, as well as a portrait of Mr. Pie as he was in life. Are you kidding? Okay, that's the death animation, but apparently there's persistent... oh yeah, you hit spacebar to respawn, by the way. There's a persistent hitbox from the green one for a little bit. Box of stuff, can't quite make out what's in there. Oh, I see. The objective is this, there's only yellow RPAs, and you got to grab those and then use them to damage Mr. Paint. So yes, the Rogues Gallery is coming out, that's lovely. On the right, there's just a black frame. Oh, nuts. But below that, of course, you may recognize Timothy and Christopher Stamper, those self-same founders that I mentioned just before. I believe that's them. Mr. Paint was a bit of a low-level lackey. Mr. Stamp seemed like the main right hand of Pie, judging by the dialogue. Oh no, I shouldn't have gone for it. I knew the timing was off. That's okay. Apparently lives are a bit more generous in this game. Stick around the middle, then it's easier to dodge. But yeah, judging by how many levels we've been through already, this seems to be a much more substantial game than Mr. Pants 2000, which is nice. Oh, and this music, by the way, of course, is the grunty boss fight music from Banjo-Kazooie, isn't it? Thanks for the encouragement, Gibbon. I'll try. Huh. There was only one blob that time. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. I don't know how many hits this guy takes either. Ugh. I haven't been counting. There we go. I think he just disintegrated. Okay, well, that's Mr. Paint down. Whoa! That was quick. Ah, secret egg over here. Just nab that, lovely stuff. And you may recognize this music. It's the famous DK Island Swing from Donkey Kong Country, reused in many subsequent games. But, yeah, what have we got falling here? Barrels, coconuts, snakes, purple snakes, which is not something I recognize from Donkey Kong Country games. Oh, what color were those snakes in the mini game of Donkey Kong 64 where you had to shoot watermelons into their mouths? I think they were red, actually. You had to keep them fed so that to keep their energy up so that they were like spinning a watermelon. No, they had to eat watermelon. What were they spinning? Something on their tail. I don't know. It was weird. We also got treasure chests, which is not really something you often see in Donkey Kong. Treasure chest. I guess in Tropical Freeze, there's that one level where you have to go back and forth and get keys and stuff. It's very unlike basically any other Donkey Kong Country game ever, level ever made. I don't remember the name of it. So what do the blue ones do again? The score bonus, right? Yeah. Try and get reds for a more useful item. But green will do. It'll help me get scribes quicker anyway. Great, great, great. Ooh, undersea. Of course, aquatic ambience. Again, from Donkey Kong Country. Oops. Ugh. Might as well get blue for that score bonus. Get extra lives. So, jellies. Arrows. Spiky cannonballs, much like in the Captain K. Rool boss fight of Country 2. Oh, no, I missed that one. Yes, shielded. Perfect. And another treasure chest back there in the background. Don't know the justification for Mr. Pants walking around on the seafloor unperturbed and unhampered by, you know, the physics of being underwater. Gibbon says, this reminds me of old Commodore 64 games. Oops. I shouldn't have looked at chat, I knew it. Yeah, it's definitely got that old school arcadey vibe to it. I guess in general the concept of this game is a bit like the Game & Watch title Helmet, right? What else? I don't know. This kind of simple game is a little bit before my time. By the time I got started gaming, they were a bit more complex than this. So I can't pull up any comparison point immediately. But I'd like to hear of any specific games that this reminds you of, Gibbon. I knew it. That's the one I was thinking of, that death animation. Apparently there's different animations. And there's one where he gets a hole right through the middle of him. Great, great, great. Okay. Oh, in the office, we have a monitor with the Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom logo on it. Some memo pads. What time is it? It's like 20 past 7? That's pretty late. I guess it's summer. That's why it hasn't quite gone dark yet. Somebody's got a typewriter in this office. Pretty old school. And I can't quite make out what the picture on that calendar is. This music track too, it's a bit moody, but I can't place it. Oh yeah, pencils. Oops. Don't grab a 4th RPA, I'll lose my shield. Gibbon says she's flashing back to... Oh, sorry. Specific bits of Pitfall and Aztec Challenge that was similar to this. Interesting. Aztec Challenge is on my radar, actually. It's one of the very early games with a female protagonist. It's got different gameplay phases that have different styles. So it seems pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a try at some point. When I'm finally done with Rare games. Like I said up top, this is like the early days of Rare fan games. Next week, I'll be playing much newer ones, mostly from this year and last year. And after that, I'm going to be playing some Donkey Kong Country fan games again, because there's some I missed in my previous spiel on them. Ah, it's Mr. Stamp, who appears to have the rare pin on his hat, or the badge, much like Dixie Kong. And this track is amazing. This is from, of course, the boss fight of Donkey Kong Country 2 against Captain K. Rool and the Flying Croc. And I've just understood this fight. I actually need to reflect those projectiles back at Mr. Stamp. Come on. There we are. What? That's not the idea. So what do I do? Shields is all I've got. It's just dropping red ones. See if you can figure out what the picture on that stamp is, by the way, the brown one. I feel like Conker, when the game locks up. I felt sure that was it. Oh no, this is the end. Okay, I'll try it again. It didn't work. I don't get it. Ah! Maybe I need to reflect the stamps? The letters? Guess I'll try that. They're giving me plenty of RPA, so that's good. Rubbish picture attachments. No, that was really bad timing. Now, considering there's a cheat menu, there must be other cheats you can put in to skip to levels or give yourself more lives or something. I didn't see any of them documented in the... Oh, nuts. Documenting the files that I got from that blog post, though, unfortunately. It's okay. I will play for any amount of time as long as this music's playing. I love this track. There we are. So the shield... What? You're kidding. It's only the stamps. Good grief. Alright. Well, I can handle it. I've learnt now. Learnt the mechanics. Ah! Sorry. Oh, there's actually a boss life bar there. I didn't recognize that before. But it looks like I have to do 7 more hits. You're kidding. That was so badly done on my part. Okay. I wasn't confident about the stamp there. Should have gone for it though. Yeah, so the boss number is incremented down to 6, so I just gotta keep doing this. Oh, yep, there we go. They move slowly enough that they're pretty much guaranteed to hit him as he goes back and forth up there. Oh, nuts. It's alright. That's what the shield's for. To protect you. Yes. Came back very quickly. Let's go. 3 more. Okay, watch the shots. They always go to the right first. I know that I should be able to reflect a stamp from the side of my hitbox, but I just felt wrong doing it. You know? Okay. Oops, missed that one. 2 more. I tried to do it that time. Get it from the side. It actually missed. Come on. Yes. One more, one more. Quickly now. Let's go. Yay! That's the second boss down. Yeah, they could miss. And here's our prize, another blue egg, thanks to that code that I put in at the start of the game. What are we? We're in a city. Waterfront, looking out over the skyline. Very moody. We've got tires falling. Monitors again. Different kind this time. And, I don't know, purple bricks? I don't know what those are. I like this track though, very funky. Our scribe's number just keeps increasing. What's the time? Well, I'll see how far I can get in this run. And that'll be it. Don't think I have time to do a second run of Mr. Pants 2001. Like I said, it's definitely a more substantial game. Okay. Come on, scribes, where are ya? Eh. Mr. Pants, you're too slow. You're too slow! Hold on a second. Did John Silk also voice Shabunga in Star Fox Adventures and Dinosaur Planet? Huh. Now that I think of it, Shabunga's voice, you know, the shopkeeper from Thorntail Hollow, is pretty similar to the Mr. Pants voice. I.e. high-pitched and grating. Yeah. There's several credits for John Silk on behind the voice actors. General Scales, Garundate, the Thorntails. What was the other big one? And like assorted minor roles. Oh, General Pepper, he does as well. But yeah, I didn't list Shabunga there, but that might be an error. It might have been omitted. So, lacking any further information, I'm just going to assume that Shabunga is a variant of the Mr. Pants voice, as heard in It's Mr. Pants. Okay. 30 scribes. Oh, here we go. What is that in the background? Oh, that poster. It's like a rabbit mid-jump wearing a helmet. Oh, we're in a pub. The Lamb. No under 18s. I cannot make out anything on the menu, the chalkboard there. But there's definitely crisp packets falling down, glasses of wine, pint mugs of the amber fluid. No, I never drink wine. Trying to read the text on the chippy packet. I can't make it out as it goes past. Oh, and this track. Oh, nuts. That's really bad. This track is, of course, from the mines of Donkey Kong Country. Is the mines or the caves? Ugh. Oh, nuts. Do I get an extra one? No, that's game over. Pants, bowl hat, and clipboard from Mr. Pants the Survey Man. And that's the end of that story, unfortunately. Didn't get to see Skeletal Mr. Pie, and I never will at this rate. Who have we got? Bhlaab. Bhlaab, that's... Oh, I entered a blank name for myself, but David Wayne, Hu-Man Bing, Mecha Mr. Edge, Schnorks, Kulok, Chris and Lee are the top, of course. Lee Loveday there. yeah, Bhlaab is one of the people behind the next game I'll be playing. And in fact, I'll move on to that, I think, right away after a bit more experimentation in the modes here. Oh yeah, so I've got the 3 secret items. So I probably was approaching the end there. We defeated the 2 named bosses, apart from Mr. Sky, who's in the counter-operative mode. So yeah, I guess a few more levels than we would have seen Mr. Pie, but Mr. Pants has something to say. The mysterious pink egg! I wonder what Banjo and Kazooie could do with these! The amazing Banjo-Kazooie ice key! I'll show you the co-op mode just quickly. There's taskbar in the background, as we saw in Mr. Pants 2000. It actually is a bit of a brain problem to try and control 2 characters at once. You will know this if you've played something like, I don't know, Brothers Tale of Two Sons or something. But taskbar is really handy. It can't be killed by any objects falling down. It also won't grab RPAs, but that's probably a good thing because then you won't accidentally get the wrong color. But yeah, I guess if you wanted to make this game a little bit easier on yourself, you could just park taskbar in one place and they'll pick up any falling scribes for you. But yeah, if you're feeling saucy, you can try and control both at once or rope in a second player to help you. And yeah, that'll count towards your scribes total there. So that's cool, but I'm not going to be playing more of that. Okay, F2 takes you back to this menu screen. Let's just check out the credits. Who's responsible for this mess, eh? Designer Chris Alcock. Likes falling objects, also likes credits. Officially Pants artist. Some of the art taken from Nintendo and Sonic Team. And Rare. Evil corporate logos. Mark Betteridge, Faces on the Wall. David Wise. Okay. Codemasters, who made Dizzy. This is going by too quickly for me to understand. Voices, Chris Alcock, strong Midlands accent. Yeah, so some stock Click Team stuff. Yuzo Kishiro. Yeah, so music is being sourced from all sorts of different places here. And yeah, confirming, just going back a bit, that the voice Great was by Chris Alcock. Rare tracks taken from Banjo Conquer and oh yeah, Blast Cores, yeah. And DK. Tubular Bells. Vangelis, okay. Oh, that's cool. So Jorge Dufuentes and Daniel Witt converting songs to MIDI, and Pong 64. And Delura 95. And Stephen Patterson. And Ula Suglu. And S. Ula Suglu. Tom Stearns. I've committed to reading all these now. Lenny Feiss. Dangerfold. Jarrell Jones. Pants's Playwright, the character design of Lee Loveday. Any of the new nasties by Chris Alcock. And yes, this will be some of the names that we saw on the high score screen from playtesters. And notice that while I managed to get to the very top, Yumblie's there too. Yumblie is the other half of the development team of the Banjo-Kazooie fan games I'll be playing next. Yeah, I got to the top of the scoreboard in Pants 2000, not so much in 2001, and not even halfway up. Thanks for playing. Cool. All right. That was terrifying. How difficult that was. So what's the time? All right, what are we going to do now? I've been talking a lot about Banjo-Kazooie PC. So we'll load that up next. You can see a full playthrough of everything plus the secrets on Reiji's channel. I probably will link that below. But I'll show you a little bit of what the game's about as well. I think I'll spend more time in the sequel because it's a more accomplished experience. But this is the first BKPC by Yumblie and Bhlaab, which I believe were also the co-runners of the fansite Yumblie's Banjo-Kazooie. And there'll be a reference to that later on in this game. So some of this dialogue is taken directly from Banjo-Kazooie, including the premise and the plot. The art is clearly done by amateurs, much like Chris Alcock's Mr. Pants 2000, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, Reiji talks a lot in the text commentary for his Banjo-Kazooie PC playthrough about how impressive it was that they did this at the time. This is released in 2000, you know. The tools were primitive, the skills were not rare tier. There was a couple of teenagers, you know, but the passion shines through. So this is Banjo-Kazooie PC. The premise is that it's essentially Banjo-Kazooie type worlds, but they're single screen experiences each time, which I think is really interesting. The way they can design these tiny little bite-sized worlds. Anyway, Bottles is here. Hello, I'm Bottles. I'll help you save Tootie. Tootie is this way. Cross the bridge. Watch out for Topper. Watch out, Banjo. If you touch an enemy, you'll get hurt. Hurt is a bit of a misnomer. You don't have a health system in this game. If you get hit, you immediately die and have to do the level again. Keep going. You must beat the witch. Actually, I don't know how much of your progress resets, but there's definitely a life counter as well, which is unfortunate. Are you ready? Let's go. So that's just the little tutorial in Spiral Mountain. Yes, I'm ready. Okay. First world or level. Ticker's Field. Bit of a take on Mumbo's Mountain. Each world has a little Bottles molehill. Push shift while running to attack. Boom. So there you go. Continual attack there. The main goal of each level is to get the 5 Jinjos from around, and then that will spawn... Are you kidding me? That will spawn a Jiggy, which will then allow you to progress to the next level. So it's very cute. It's really... Yeah, I think it's nice, really. It's just that it's let down by some unfortunate sort of design and difficulty spikes everywhere. The README says that the attack is very glitchy. Also, there's little Easter eggs everywhere. This is a little critter. They're just there, existing in the levels at this point, those ones. But they're sort of like evil versions of Kazooie. Let me see. Oh, I think I need a bit of Grublin to lower that shield, actually. Noticed that there was a Jinjo hiding behind this tree, which is a bit of a nasty trick to pull. Can I make it over there? Let's go. Nope, didn't make it. Oh yeah, let's talk to Mumbo. Mumbo helped break which spell? Ikon Bokum. Oh, you just need to talk to him. Okay. Don't need to touch those Grublins. They're just getting in the way. And yep, once you get the Jiggy, you move on to the next thing. A lot of the levels here match the themes and aesthetics from Banjo-Kazooie's early worlds, of course. This is a take on Treasure Trove Cove, clearly. So yeah, we've got Shift pulling double duty already. If you're running and press it, you do a beak attack. But if you're standing still and press it, that's when Kazooie shoots eggs. They're unlimited, which is nice. And that hole is a secret that you can't get to yet. Once you start doing a second loop of the game, things get more difficult and secrets are revealed. You can access new stuff. It's very cool like that. There's lots of new things to find, and the notes ties into that as well. If you clear the game while getting all notes, that unlocks another secret. But I think most of the stuff that's available can also be unlocked with passwords. So if you get that download from Gen's blog post, which I'll link to, then there's a handy dandy text file with a lot of secrets listed on how to get to new levels and stuff. So outside of the normal progression of this game, going through and... okay, so bats are invincible and then just kill you. Yeah, so outside of the normal progression, there's secret levels to find, some based on Banjo-Tooie worlds, which at the time had just been revealed but hadn't been... like, the game wasn't out yet. let's see. Come on. Yeah. Occasional dodgy hit detection. Push control to talent trot. I believe I have that map too. Yep. That's toggled on and off. Oh, what's the next thing? Oh! You're kidding. See? Yeah, so you do start again. Resetting all your progress, but I do have the talent trot still, which is nice. This is one of those stay away from the edge of the screen things. Sort of like Timber's Balloon Pop, the Flash game based on Diddy Kong Racing DS that I played on my previous stream. Still in that approvals process, by the way, for having that added to Flashpoint. I just kept making mistakes when I'm submitting it, so it's my fault, but it should be good now, ready to get added. Oh yeah, this one's timed. Yeah, didn't make it. And yeah, the little bugs running around also kind of slow you down a little bit. Ugh, come on, no! Bat. Oh, you're kidding. See, that's just this game. That's what happens. And it only gets more difficult as you go on. But from what I've read on the net, website from Kokoro Gensoro, the second one is better on the difficulty. Also, it has a health system, which is nice. Looking forward to that. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know how much of this I want to show. I'll do this run. Gibbon. I'll tell you some of the secret levels that are here, and oh god. Okay, so I think it's enter. Yeah, to enter a password. I'll bring up the text document. Where is it? No, not this one. Yeah, I said this was published in 2000. I'll show you the text file too. Oh, come on. So there's lots of things. I got up to only the third level, Mine Over Matter, but Cattail Quag is the swamp level, Ice and Easy, the snowy level. So that one's extremely hard because of a instant death icicle maze. Starship Winner Prize, space-themed level, is nice. Holiday Forest is a kind of Click-Lock Wood style thing with different screens. I'll show you that, I guess. There's a Klongo boss fight, a preview of the next game, which we're just going to play in a minute. Challenge mode, and the secret levels. Mayhem Temple, Witchy World, Secret Christmas level, and the Lava World, where you meet Gobi. So everything in this document will be in, you know, that file I was talking about. So if there's any requests for a level to play, oops, I already had it open. I've got 2 instances now. That's nice. All right, I said I was gonna play a level, a secret level. All right, this isn't a secret level, but I want to show off this. Nope, that's the password screen. This one. Okay, so we'll skip the intro cutscene because it's extremely long and not necessary. The password honk exclamation mark question mark. What? Didn't work? No, it didn't work. Oh, I've got the question mark and the exclamation mark the wrong way around. What? Okay, I have to reset the game, I guess. Honk. So this is a fun thing that Yumblie and Bhlaab added. What? I don't get it. All right, I guess you'll have to watch Regi's video or something. I can't get this to work. But there's a level based on the website where you run around like the browser interface of the website, and somebody's defaced it, and as you run past text posts and stuff. And then I can at least show you this bit. If this works, let's try it. The password Flachewy. There you go. So that works. This is what that other level looks like, but yeah, well, it looks like this. We're here now. You walk around the website interface as it was around August 2000, which is fun. And yeah, it's been kind of taken over by these little nasty versions of Kazooie known as Bagooie or Flachewy. Either way, I don't remember. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, in Rage's commentary, he says he had to slow the game down to get past this bit. Oh no, that was in the harder loop. It's not as bad in this original loop. But anyway, oh yeah. There's other bits apart from the boss fight, of course. There's this awful minigame. Ragey has lots of bad words to say because it's extremely random. You gotta shoot eggs at these things to make them randomly change direction, and then they have to end up in the recycle bin. It's awful. Let's just get back to that boss fight. So that's fun. Oh, Talon Trot's disabled. Yeah, sometimes... Oh, what? That was a homing one. Okay, great. So there's a barrier. You have to survive or something for a while until the barrier goes down. Ugh. And then you get one shot to hit Bagooie in the head. So yeah, it's fun to have new stuff in these games. Let me see, what else can we show right now? I don't know. Let's do the Secret Christmas level. Yay! Christmas. Oh, I died. I don't have eggs. I do. Okay. Yeah, that's a common theme in some of these later levels, is that there's characters on the edge of the screen who will constantly be throwing projectiles at you. In the space level, it's satellites that are shooting lasers at you. In this one, it's instances of Sir Slush throwing snowballs at you. And yeah, that's just the incredible difficulty that this game gets to. And if you're wondering where the orange ginger is in this level, you have to hit the orange ornament on the tree on the bottom right. Apparently that caught out Ragey for a long time. Alright, I think we'll move on and see what the sequel has to offer us, because if nothing else, it shows some experience having come out of the first one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've had some time. Okay, cool. That's cute. So what have I got? File, options, Nittany's help, how to play. Oh, okay, that opens up the readme. Never mind. Yeah, I think we don't need all that stuff. That's fine. I'll let the game itself. Aha! Yes! So, BKPC 2, Jam Jar's Jinx by Yumblie and Bhlaab, published in around 2001 on Yumblie's Banjo-Kazooie site, bk-t.net. I believe it's gone now, but yeah, a lot of improvements to this one, and you'll notice right there on the title screen, my secrets found in Mr. Pants 2001 have carried over. Stop and Swap is real, and it has been implemented properly in fan games. Isn't that amazing? I'm just so... How long has Stop and Swap been this myth? And I don't count Stop and Swap 2 in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts and the 4G ports. That's pants. Well, we'll see what it actually does. Space. Okay. So yeah, BKPC was a bit of a rehash of Banjo-Kazooie. This one, you might think it's a bit of a rehash of Tooie, but as far as I know, it quickly diverges and becomes very much its own thing, which is nice. And we'll see what improvements they've made to the engine since the first game. Oh, full cutscenes, that's nice. You can't go, Bottles. Watch me, I've had it up to here with chicken legs as insults. Goggle boy this, root munch of that, I just can't stand it. You forgot Shorty. Kazooie should be saying that. Especially Shorty. Or I guess Banjo could say it, he's pretty clueless. You're just a big baby. You run away from your problems instead of sticking up for yourself. Like you, I suppose? Exactly like me. What do you think that image is on the painting over the fireplace? It's yellow. Could be a ginger. Well, I hope this doesn't come as a surprise because I'm not you. Cool. Who are you then? Gotta get Banjo's voice down. No Xbox. Sigh. Oh yeah, your Bottles. I mean, don't go. Oh, I'm Banjo. What does Banjo sound like in Diddy Kong Racing? Too late, my mind's made up. Wonder if Bottles has any voice clips in Banjo Pilot. I'm finally free of bird brain. I bet she's crying right now. Nice digging animation, that's very cute. But that's a fat chance. Her heart hasn't beaten in years, if it ever has. Which is the way out of Spiral Mountain again? I think this is the right way. Yes, this way. I remember now. Gruntilda. Well, I see it's Goggle Boy. What was that? Or what was that? Aye. All right. So yeah, I can see Banjo looks similar. Bottles Molehill is empty because of course he's abandoned Spiral Mountain. But look at this, we have scrolling now. We have a large area to explore. We have jumping now. Okay. I'm on board. Look at that little animation, that's very cute. Yeah, Reiji says in the commentary how fascinating it is to have these early fan games when what they're a fan of is a full 3D experience, and using the tools and skills they have, they can't really replicate that at all, so how do they do it? And yeah, it's getting better, going from BKPC 1 to 2. Wow, where's Goggles? She's out cold. Seeing if I can skip any of this dialogue. I think I just have to wait it out. Yeah, but where's Goggles? Ugh, what the heck's going on? Why is the big rock chunk gone? She almost died and she's still rhyming. But where is Bottles? Whoops, missed up the voices. Never mind. We heard you the first time, Kazooie. What? Do you think it was me? I didn't take the mole, I guarantee. Bah, like your guarantees mean anything. Fine, about that stupid mole, I don't care, but somebody has totaled my lair. What? Your lair was exploded? There's total destruction inside there. Rocks and rubble lie around everywhere. How'd you know that if you were out cold? I was just pretending to be out cold. You can't trust your biggest enemy, you know. Does that rhyme? How about you come and join us on our little quest of bloodthirsty revenge then? Are you insane? That is out of character for Banjo to say. And darn it, I can't think of a rhyme. Am I missing some dialogue here? Okay. So I guess this is attempting to explain why the lair is kind of inaccessible in Tui. And like Tui, it has quickly given up on the rhyming conceit for Gruntilda's dialogue. Okay, here we go. If you didn't steal Bottles, who did? You know, I bet it's my distant relative. That guy, what's his name again? Ah yes, Captain Backeye. Distant relative? Captain Backeye? They must have been really desperate. Oh, back to the rhyming. Well, an adventure like this sounds quite fun, and soon my ultimate revenge will be done. Our separate ways we must now go. To the Backeye Islands, the overworld, you know. Yes, I don't know if that's kind of like her misremembering the name of Captain Blackeye, or this is like a different character that's just a reference to Captain Blackeye, but yes. Captain Backeye is the antagonist of this game. Oh wow, look at that. We've got all our little animations of attacking, even a jump attack. No feathery flap, but yeah, we might learn extra moves as we go on. Yeah, but the size of these worlds is impressive to me right now. Although I gotta say, I did appreciate the kind of compact level design of the single screen little challenges in the first BKPC. It's a really interesting way to structure a game like that. And I get the feeling that if level designers aren't careful, it can end up being like just a big meandering maze that's really not great to explore, but we'll see. Stalagmite Scamper. A bonus room, I guess. Hiya, Banjo. You might not know me. I'm Nittany the spider. I'll be your BKPC2 guide. Those honeycombs are your life meter. So Nittany is taking the place of Bottles here. Get the jiggies. You can't see it, but the sort of menu bar for this game app window, you got file options and Nittany's help. So you can go to Nittany's help and click how to play, and that brings up the readme, and you can click the about, and it shows you. I want to show you this. It looks really cute. Just the title of the game by YBK, but that icon is just adorable. Back to the game. Get 5 gigas and 50 notes and the world will be fully complete. Given says, I really love the art in this, haha. Yeah, it's really charming, isn't it? Oh. We don't have eggs yet. But yeah, this time, instead of the crudely drawn notes, we've got like these rotating 3D models. Well, I guess they're pre-rendered sprites in a sense. I wonder if they started extracting assets from the game at this point yet, but there's a Jiggy over there that's definitely not from the game. It's shaped differently. But yeah, interesting that we have this other little screen in here. Oh, maybe the beach is the hub and this is our first world. Yeah, that'll be it. I thought the beach was a world, but I guess not. It makes sense for a pirate captain themed game to have a beach as a hub. Oof, that was rough. I think by the sound of that Banjo's hurt sound, it may have been recorded from a TV running Banjo. And in higher quality than in the previous game, which I didn't call it out, but if you notice when I got the extra life trophy in BKPC 1, that sound was definitely not extracted directly from the games. It sounded like it was recorded from a TV. Oops, what have I done? I've died and I've returned to the start of the world with none of my pickups. So it really is a Banjo-Kazooie 1 style, mechanic for world progress. A MIDI rendition of the Jiggy Get Jingle. Yeah, you have to be standing stock still and then hit that attack button to pull it off. But we also have... Oh, are you kidding? I spawned right on top of an enemy. Now that's game design. What color is that? Pink? The Jinjo sound is a little disturbing. It sounds like they're suffering some kind of injury. Yeah, this was kind of what I was afraid of. Wide, empty spaces. What's this? Huh? Is that one that I got before? Well, much like Grunty's Revenge, sometimes the Jiggies are just sitting out there in the overworld or in the world, and you just have to get to them. Alright. What's the time? I want to play this for a good while, at least until I get to a certain part of the game. Spiders. This time I'll try and be smarter. Oops. Ugh. Banjo's hitbox. Yep, that's bad. I'll go back to your world. Nope, I can't. I can't leave. I'm stuck. Okay, that's fine. Do I need to get everything though? When does it let me leave? I wonder if... No, sorry, I won't do that again. I was trying to resize the screen and make it bigger, but nope. Doesn't go bigger. Because I'm feeling cramped, you know, in this wide open world, but the window is so small. I think this is a little trick that Reiji alluded to. Because this is like a click team game or game maker or whatever it was. I think it's click team is the engine or tool used to make it. The hit detection is kind of dodgy and something you have to work around. If there's any part of your sprite overlapping with any part of a damaging sprite, you will take damage. And you can alleviate that slightly by facing up or down, where, as you can see, Banjo's profile is kind of thinner. But if you turn to the side, he has a larger sprite because it's showing more of his body. And that means there's more of you to be hit. So yeah, it's a thing where you can be a little bit sneaky to get around some things if you're standing directly up or down. Okay, so I'm just gonna traverse this place in a grid pattern because we can't really see landmarks or anything. And there's not as much landscape guiding your movement as there is in Grunty's Revenge. Because that's one thing about the isometric platformers that I've been experiencing. They're either single screen, or if they're like Grunty's Revenge where it's a large scrolling area, they at least have or that one at least has like paths, or like cliff sides, so it's not just a big wide open space to wander through. There are definitely like ways to go, and that helps you navigate a world. So they haven't quite got that with this one, but that's okay. They're really kind of breaking new ground, putting this Banjo format of game into a top-down perspective. And yeah, like Reiji says, I think it's impressive what they did with the tools they had at the time. And you can clearly see that it's a work of love made by fans. Yeah. It's nice stuff. And I especially like this second one having a new plot. And new characters. Nittany the spider is very cute. And I can't wait to see Captain Backeye. I hope we don't have to wait till the very end of the game, because I'm not going to get there in this stream. So yeah. With the health system comes health drops from enemies, and you automatically get another honeycomb when you strike an enemy as such. What's that spider doing? That's odd. Gibbon agrees the new plot is nice. Yeah, can't wait to see where it goes after this. I do know that there's some interesting surprise coming up. That intro cutscene did imply that sort of Grunty would be teaming up with us in a way, so we'll see what that leads to, hopefully, as we progress. But that's 4. 3 more notes and 1 more jiggy and I'll have cleared this world, and maybe they'll let me leave. But I've got plenty of health this time too, which is good. Yep, last Jinjo gives me a jiggy. Must have missed 3 notes somewhere, against a wall or something. See if I can leave now that I have 5 jiggies. Maybe Nittany told me and I wasn't listening. Sorry, Nittany. This track, by the way, is very nice. A very sort of Crystal Caves-esque song. A bit like the DK64 soundtrack by Grant Kirkhope. Okay, So we've got our 5 jiggies. 3 notes off isn't too bad. I'm not going to 100% this, apparently. S. Oh, is that save? This game does have a save system, whereas the first one was all passwords, of course. What else was added in this? Yeah, I think I covered it. When I was writing notes for what to say about this game, I've got a couple of dot points about the benefits of this one compared to the first one. Scrolling, saving, health. All of these are huge changes or improvements to how the game works, which is nice. Well, I don't know what that door was, but look how big this area is. That's just too big. It's too much. Especially when I don't have the talent shot yet. Milestone Mansion. That's a cute jingle. I feel like I recognize it, but I'm not sure. So this is going to be a bit like Mad Monster Mansion, I assume. Milestone Mansion. Maybe it's going to be like a recap thing as well. A bit like Banjo Land. So that's a gruntling. That seems to be taken from like a screen cap or something. Converted into a sprite. Unlike Banjo's sprite here, which is all new. Look at that. Very amusing. So who are these people? A baby? Oh, this must be Captain Backeye through the years. So his baby portrait. And then older. Starting to get a beard. And then this one... I don't know what's going on with that. Crudely drawn in some way. Or maybe these are other members of the family? I don't know. They're all done in different styles. It's very strange. But there's also a jiggy there. Oh, here we go. Who's this? Doesn't seem to be wearing a tie, but it's a very recognizable gorilla visage. Let's go outside. Or an indoor garden, perhaps? What's this? An uninteractable plant. These trees are definitely a different art style to the rest of the place here. They definitely look like pre-rendered 3D. Oh. 2D game problems. You really should be able to walk between these trees, but no, the branches have collision. You just can't walk through. That always is so strange in games like this. Professionally made and otherwise. So this world looks a bit bigger. Haven't got any jiggies yet. Hey, it's Grunty and... Oh, what is it? The broom has a name, but I don't remember what it is. Watch out for the dangerous chessboard. Oh. A little worried there. Okay. This is just such a large room. I don't believe there's any kind of house that has structures of this size. That was a bit of a trap. Grab the jiggy and it took ages for the track to start up again. And a chandelier fell on my head. Very rude. The blue egg. Aha! It happened again, but I was quick enough this time. You know what? I'm going to check the secrets log and see what it says about how I get my prizes. I'll clue you in on this, viewers. So this is all written after the fact. There's cheat menus. Oh, I can go faster. Yes, I want that right now. And invincibility, so I don't lose my progress in a world. Yeah, I'm doing this. But yeah, as for these other secrets, there were secret items in BKPC 1. So you get the sand key, And I assume getting those in that game will then, yeah, unlock secrets here. Secret Yumblie's Banjo-Kazooie. Okay. Yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-doo. Yeah. So this is how to get the secret in the first game, and then it unlocks another level based on the website, I believe, in this second game. And then you can get a blue feather as well. That's another secret item in the first game. Oh, okay. So if you get the ice key in Mr. Pants 2001, you get crystal jigsaws. There's one crystal jiggy in each level, so an extra collectible to find. So that's fun. From the description, it doesn't say what they do. Maybe they're just something to find, but that's cute too. I did like in the Game Boy Advance port of Donkey Kong Country 2 how there's extra collectibles to find. I guess it's a bit like that. And yeah, getting the secret eggs in Mr. Pants 2001 unlocks a jukebox and bonus tracks. So not essential, but what I'm going to do now is go back to the title screen. Or yeah. But I'll lose my progress here, won't I? What's the time? It might not take too long. 33 notes. All right, I'll keep going for a bit. Oh look, there's Yumblie's Banjo-Kazooie website. Fun. And another version of it or something. Possibly a different fan site. That's a reference. There was that kind of fan site collaboration back then. Possessed chairs. There we go. Platforming. I used it for the first time to jump onto a table. More website screenshots. Ooh, the kitchens. I always love platforming around on big rooms like this. You did get that a bit in Rusty Bucket Bay when you go inside the ship portholes. You go into the ship's kitchen, or whatever it's called, the galley. Looks like I can't get on those countertops though. Ah, some stairs. Ow. I don't know what notes are for yet, but I'll get them anyway because they're here. I'm still missing 2 jiggies, well, one of which will be the Jinjo one. Oof. I needed 5 jiggies to get to this world. I'm back at the entrance. Oh, but I can't leave until I get all the jiggies. Fine. Let me see. So it's got to be past those trees, right? But I couldn't get there. Maybe there's like a secret passage. I'm gonna hug this wall. Not doing anything. Just slowing me down. Oh yeah, there's another room down here. Maybe... I don't know. When do I get new moves? So I don't think I've been up this way. Oh, nope, that's the kitchens. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna reset the game. That was a weird sound. Okay. Cheat menu. On the title screen, type cheat. Moo moo moo. And then that was Honey King. Super Banjo. So now I'll be invincible and fast. Awesome. Let's go. Oh, what? Hold on a second. What about saving? There's a save option in the menu that I didn't hit. Oh no. That's okay. I'm faster now. And invincible. I'll get back that progress very quickly, hopefully. Oh no. Not the cutscene again. That is really annoying. Oh boy. Of course I had to manually save. Foolish me. I clicked and it went past. Yes. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. So what is that S for then? Oh wait, I don't need health. Oh, I can't save. When do I get to save? Oh, okay. So if I'm standing on this pad and then I go File or Control S, then it's saved my progress, I guess. I can't load though. Maybe do that from the title screen. There's a view totals as well. Wow, a lot of worlds. Nice. It did save my 1 crystal jiggy though. That's nice. All right. With the power of Super Banjo, aka being faster, because that's the same cheat that you can enter in Tui. Yeah, I should be able to go through this battle. Hey, Banjo. Let's just carefully read Nittany's dialogue here. There are many ways to get jiggies. Once you get all 5 jiggies, you can enter and exit as you please, and the jiggies will be saved. But the note score is set to 0 each time you enter the level, until you have all 50. Indeed, indeed. Good luck. So cute. Wait, what? That was like an internal... Okay, I think that line of dialogue there was intended for hackers to find. Because it said, hey, why are you searching through this code anyway? Get a life. And I don't think you're intended to see that in normal gameplay. Oh well. Okay, so now we're in speedrun mode. Let's go left and right. Yep, so I've been there. Grab that. Yeah, we could do this. What I want to show you is playable Grunty, because that's one of the features of this game. Much like Tui, they were like, hey, let's add new playable characters, even if, you know, maybe that's not such a great idea. So Mumbo is playable, according to the README file. And yes, Grunty is playable. Her coming to a truce with you in that intro is more than just part of the plot. She's going to be completely playable, which is a very nice thing. That's really not possible in any other Banjo game. Oh, unless you count Banjo Pilot, I suppose, because she's one of the races in that. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's a fun idea, of course, whenever the villain has to team up with the hero. And... Oops! Okay, I actually... During that pause between the music tracks playing, I phased through the spikes, or into them, and ended up outside of them. Nice. Very interesting. And this time I did get all the notes, but I'm missing the one down the ladder. Where's that? Over here somewhere? Nope. Oh, got the crystal jiggy again, I suppose. Oh boy. Oh no. It happened again, that phasing thing during the between track pause. I've ended up in the water, and now I'm walking on the water and unable to get back. Oh, jumping. I forgot about jumping. Not helping me, though. I am not happy with this. I glitched my way out of bounds, and I can't get back in bounds, essentially. Do I have to play this level a third time? Yeah, I can't save from this point. I have to reset. I can't load. Let me load. Okay, at this title screen I can load. And now I'm here. Good grief. What's the time? I want that playable Grunty, dang it, and if I have to do this level a third time, I'm gonna do it. Click to advance past. Let's go for that difficult one first. Jiggies only, no notes. Yep, hold still. Perfect. Okay. Don't know what notes are for. Not gonna bother. That's gonna bite me, I'm sure. There was nothing here. Gotta get the Gingos too, of course. Yeah, this is basically the last thing I'm gonna play today, so I don't mind taking a little bit longer. There's a couple of smaller items that I might load up for a few minutes at the end. Basically, another prominent Banjo fan game. I was going to say fansite maintainer, but I'm not sure if they did. Anyway, in Kokoro Genso's blog post, they mentioned BK Fair by this other creator at the time, just as being a similar kind of product of the time. And then when I went looking a little bit more for info on BKPC 1 and 2, that person who is Mike of Cooper Village now runs a sort of more general game news site. But yeah, he's posted an article retrospective of a few Banjo fan games, including this, and ones that he made, Banjo Fair and Banjo's Eggs. So I'll show those off very quickly at the end of the stream, because they've been mentioned in the same circles. Okay, so what's this 2? Is this a note door? 2 notes to get into this world, I guess. Yeah, Playable Grunty was teased in BKPC 1 as being one of the features that would be in the sequel. So yes, they did follow through. Got a sailor grublin stuck in the wall there. Okay. I wonder if I can, like, attack these. Oh, here we go. Haha! I got it. Attack the painting with a jump strike and yeah, Jiggy come out. Let's see if any of the other paintings react. Nope. No, okay. By the way, what is that? When you kill a sailor grublin, it leaves behind something on the floor. I think it might be their shoes or something. So it looks like there's something past the trees, but I guess maybe not. Maybe that's just the end of the garden. I'm doing the same loop I did last time, which ended with me not having everything at the end. Was I just missing one Jiggy though? Because I've got that one now. I can attack some more of these. Super Banjo is such a great cheat in Banjo-Tooie as well as here, because I feel like this game has the same problem that Tooie does. Some of these worlds are just too big, too wide open, with little going on for big stretches of them. So it makes navigating them pretty tedious. And so if Banjo has a much faster walking speed, that really helps get around that. He's even faster when using Talon Trot, which a lot of people do anyway. If you're familiar with Banjo-Kazooie, you might know the sound because you'll be spending like 90% of your playtime riding on Kazooie walking around because she's a little bit faster. And yeah, That's kind of a problem with the game design sometimes, is that, yeah, you want to get around faster, and yeah, and that's the best way to do it. Unfortunately, using the Super Banjo cheat will lock you out of getting achievements in the XBLA version, which again is another reason why that version is slightly inferior to the original. It does have a better frame rate and draw distance and stuff, but yeah, just there's these weird drawbacks to it, which include audio desync issues, replacing certain graphics with ones that look worse. Yeah, things. Anyway, we actually did it that time. I know what I was missing, and it was attacking that painting, and it was getting the yellow Jinjo, which was in that corner that I didn't look in last time. And I've saved my game, and we'll never have to repeat those again. Woo! Okay, so, progress at last. Yes, you do need every Jiggy in each world. And again, I don't know what the 3 is. Damnation. So this will be a dam level. That's new. Whoa, what's this? It's like a foresty area. That's nice. Oh, I can't jump over a short stretch of water? Oh, these guys showed up, I think, in one of the secret levels in the first BKPC. I'm not sure what they are exactly. I think they're in, yeah, they're in Mayhem Temple, the sort of 2E preview secret level from BKPC. Again, this is the character pad. Step on and press space to transform into the character displayed. Oh, solo Kazooie, lovely. Flying freely around. And I can pick up notes if my shadow intersects with them. That's a bit strange. Oh, I can fly in the window? No, I can't fly in the window. It's odd. Okay, so despite the banjo head, that's put us back as Banjo-Kazooie team. Can't hit this yet. So there is some kind of move learning mechanic here. I just haven't got to it yet, I guess. Well, I did just learn about the transfer pad, or the transform pad, just by stepping on it. Yeah, I don't know. What I will say is that Super Banjo makes this game a lot more breezy to play. Haha! Here we go. This pad will change you into Gruntilda. Gruntilda is heavier, which is a pro and a con. Stupid spider, take that back, or become you will a grunty snack. And here's playable Grunty! Finally! This is what I wanted to show off. So I guess then her heavier stature is what weighs down switches like this. There we go. And then we can get through to another area. But I can't jump over this tiny stream of water to get that Jiggy. Maybe that's a reference to the Wicked Witch of the West. Who knows? But yeah, what a novelty. Playing as Grunty. She can't do much. Run around and shoot fireballs is the extent of her abilities. But yeah, like, this is the kind of thing that fan games should be doing, and a really is just a fun thing to include. Oh, I went down there before, but now I can't go this time. Also, notice how the tree is drawing in front of my totals. Okay, whatever. Maybe Grunty just can't access that. She's like Banjo and Tooie. Can't climb ladders. Can't walk down slopes. Whatever. But yeah, shooting fireballs freely. It's very fun. A bit like shooting eggs in the first BKPC. Oh, did you see that fish? Very cute. So I guess I'll transform back. That was Grunty's time to shine, and now it's over. Oh wait, I need the banjo pad. Okay. Cool. So we can grab this. And then we can go down there. Yeah. So, like, it's quite limited in scope, but you're only playable in a small area, so I guess, yeah, that kind of alleviates that a little bit. Excuse me? There's definitely something there. You can see something gold and rotating, right? Oh, maybe Grunty's supposed to light these on fire, perhaps. But I couldn't get her down that slope. I guess I'll have to try again. Yeah, so there's another transformation. Ah, Super Banjo is so good. Whoa! Oh, hello there, Bear. I'm trying to build a dam, but I'm too tired. Can you help me push this log? Maybe? Yes? No, I'm too weak. I will try attacking it. Aha! Oh, thank you, Bear. Here's a trinket I found earlier. I want you to have it. Thanks. It's a Jiggy. So yes, this game does have Mindless Idiot to ask for your help. That is a fandom term originating at DK Vine, by the way. It's their name for all the NPCs in these kinds of games that say, oh, do this random task for me and I'll give you a Jiggy. So, mindless idiot who asks for your help. Okay, no problem getting down the slope this time. Whatever. And yes, huge burst of fire and the tree is gone, as I suspected. Giving Grunty a bit more of a use in this level, which is nice. Yeah, so I really like this as an inclusion. Very fun little thing to put in your fan game. Why not? So, what am I missing? A Jiggy and a Jinjo, I think. Where could they be? Another Jinjo, then. Maybe Kazooie can fly around a bit more. I didn't explore too much as solo flight Kazooie. Oh. Well, yeah. Okay, so collision's a little bit weird. But here we are, flying around this lake. Obviously the dam in the title is referring to the Beaver's Dam. Aha! Oh, another one. And yes, the island was in the middle of this lake. Good stuff. May as well have been in another dimension. That's still not all the Jinjos. Maybe in the lower area. No? No. Still, flying freely as Kazooie is kind of fun. Very freeing. Like, I can do anything, I can go anywhere. That free flight that you only get briefly in 2E. I think if you use a flight pad as Kazooie solo, you have a much stronger flight ability thanks to not carrying the weight of Banjo around. I'm not wrong about that, am I? So it must be inside here. But I couldn't get in there as Kazooie. Aha! You bashed the door down, of course. Oh boy. Who put all these saw blades in this house? Thank you, Honey King, for rendering me invincible, but... Actually, I didn't find the Crystal Jinjo, or the Crystal Jiggy in the second world, did I now? Oh well. And there's our last Jiggy. I knew it. Come on then. Oh, I gotta backtrack, don't I? Oh well. So considering the time, I guess that will bring this section to an end and the whole stream. I'll do a couple of minutes on each of those other games I showed earlier, or I mentioned earlier. But yeah, this was the main event. I'm kind of sad I didn't get through more of it, but this gives you an idea of what they've done with this game. I think it's really cool and very impressive, especially for 2001. Oh, what's this? Garg, you will not find anything here. Move it, fish face, we need to go through. This, yeah, kind of dinosaur came out of the waterfall out of nowhere. Stupid bird, you not know who you're dealing with. So I guess after you complete that level, there's a boss fight. Okay, so we have to team up. Pretty cool. Strike with Gruntilda to lower the head, and then slam with Kazooie. So yeah, not only do we have these unique characters, unique worlds with new kind of level themes, we've also got an original boss fight. It's getting extremely unresponsive. I don't know why that is. One more hit, if I can manage it. I hope this is coming through on the stream, just how jumpy the game suddenly became. I think because of all the fireballs it's rendering or something. Coming from the boss. Oh, the timing has gotten quicker there. I'll try it. Nope. Okay, woof. Bit rough at the end there, but maybe running that in XP compatibility mode will work better or something. What? Something is going wrong now. Well, it's a good thing I decided to stop playing because the game is becoming almost unplayable in its jankiness right now. I was hoping to maybe make it to a save point. So what's the deal here? Don't go up. Try going down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it kind of loaded weirdly. I'll just go back to that save point. The way the game's playing right now, I'm not going to make it to another world. I wanted to at least see what the next world was. But yeah, not today. You can play this game yourself. I'll include a link to Crocodile Genslow's blog post where you can then download the zip file of this game and the other ones that I've played today. And try it out for yourself. It seems like a really cool little thing. So I've hit save, that's great. Let's just check the total screen. Yeah, there's the ones that we've done so far. Good stuff. And 6 more worlds in total to get to. Wow. So it's quite a big game. Right. So just to finish up here, let's have a quick look at 2 other games that I saw mentioned from around this time. Banjo's Egg by BT Hive. This is Mike at BT Hive. It's not showing up, but never mind. Mike freely admits in the article about Banjo fan games that this is the worst one ever made, and he can say that with authority because he's the one who made it, according to him. Yeah, I won't spend too long with it, but just see what it's like, what other Banjo fans at the time were putting together. Has a very similar system. Oh, it's a very similar system to BKPC, except it's got scrolling. The Banjo sprite looks similar, but not identical. And we've got dragons to deal with. Oh my gosh, what is this now? Okay, well, I've stumbled onto a minigame straight away. Grab all the green gingers flying around before the time runs out. Yeah, jumping into a minigame is not a great first impression. But it seems like... Okay. Well, that's all of them. Game? You gonna give me a prize now or what? Time's running down. Okay. Yep. Now what? I'm back. Okay. So I won. That's cool. Oh. I didn't know that was a landmine. And it kicks us back to the title screen. That's not great. Okay, so it's a similar project, similar scope to the BKPC games. Yeah, if you have patience, maybe you can try this one too. This one you'll have to find linked from, yeah, that other article. I'll give a link to that as well. So that's on... Oh, where was that? Oh, yeah, levelhive.com, and Mike has given a list of passwords for how to get to the levels. There's 5 of them, and the bosses. There's 5 of those too, and the final one. And just to finish off now very quickly, where's the file? In there. This is the other game that Mike made a few years later with a bit more experience, and he's a bit more proud of this one. Banjo Fair, press space. This is a bit of a minigame collection. Oh, click. Oh, it's a Twinkly. My avatar on like Discord and stuff is a Twinkly. I think it used to be on Twitch. I don't think it is at the moment. Oh no, it is. It still is. My Twitch avatar is a Twinkly. So of course I have to play the Twinkly game. Yes. So each of them is a little mini game. They all play differently, so I really don't know anything about how they play. Oh, don't get egg on your face. Ugh, it's so hard to avoid though. This is a very Mr. Pan's 2000 style game, isn't it now? That's nice. Bit of synergy to close out our stream today. I guess I should show off a few of the other games just to see what they're like. But yeah, Banjo Fair. It's just a little fun little collection of mini games. There's some nice art in this one actually. Renderings of Banjo and the Banjo characters in a nice little hand-drawn 2D style here. I think that's very cute. Time up. Welcome. Pick which game to play. I'd like to play options, please. No, never mind. Actually, yeah, we'll show the credits real quick. This shouldn't take too long. Very cute ginger. So Mike's got some collaborators on this one, it looks like. Okay. Yes, okay. The description on Level Hive mentions some platforming minigames, so I at least want to see those. Ooh, a Globo. I want a Globo. Tap the spacebar as fast as you can. Okay, cool. Oh, is this going to be like Hurling for Distance, the King of Swing Flash game? I think it might be, actually. I'm hitting space as fast as I can, which is mapped to the Y button on my X-Bone controller. Boom. Yes, I've definitely hurled for distance, and this Globo is going tumbling. Great. Oh, that's so cute. I love that Mumbo art there. That's really cute. This one looks like it's probably going to be a platform one, so we're going to try that one. Shift to jump, control attack. Oh, we're controlling Mumbo. Lovely. That's cool. So that's jump, that's attack. And I've got honeycombs for health. Okay. Yeah. Side-scrolling platformer for Banjo. How about that? You don't see that too often. But it's one of the things that I suppose is natural for fan game makers to do. Like I was saying before, you can't easily replicate the 3D gameplay of the real Banjo games, so what are you going to do instead? And sometimes 2D platformer was the answer. Okay. What else do we have? Minjo Archery. Let's see some Minjos. Oh, it's a shooting gallery. Great. Oh, it got away. This is pretty fun, actually. Yeah, I like this. Oops. I wanted to quit that game and try one of the other ones, but it closed the whole program. I just want to try and get a quick look at some of the other games before finishing up today. Watch out for Devil Bottles tricks. Nice. So this is an avoid 'em up. again, a bit like Mr. Pants 2000. And Devil Bottles, existing alongside Bottles for some reason, is acting a bit like Cloak here from DKC 2, sometimes throwing out good things for me, sometimes bricks to hit me in the head. So I don't think there's another way to quit apart from just hitting ESC and leaving the whole game, but that's fine. I'll just relaunch it again. Now that I've kind of been charmed by this game, I want to see what all the mini games are, so stick around for a little bit. I'll be finishing up soon. My voice can't take much more, to be honest. But in this one, we're Submarine Banjo, freely exploring this maze. It reminds me a little bit of the On Guard bonus animal stages in DKC 1. Yep, so that's pretty simple. Leaving. That's very charming. Honey Snatch Match. Ooh. Okay. Wow, what? What? What's going on with the... This is not smooth at all. That's a very cute Kazooie, though. It's like the frames only advance when I do an input or something. This is very strange. So I can go faster by like mashing diagonally? Or no? I don't know, this is very odd. I suppose if I would compare it to something reminiscent of the Squawks Bramble stages in DKC 2 perhaps. I always love to draw a comparison to an official rare product that's come before. Only hit shift. Oh, an auto-scroller, so this is a minecart level. Another thing I've been playing recently is Kaze and the Wild Masks, a recent indie game that's very much homaging Donkey Kong Country. It's doing that thing again. It only advances when I'm pressing buttons. Okay, this is really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. But that's cute, that you can hit the top hats of Sir Slush and knock them off. Alright, moving on. Yeah, since I used up so much time on Mr. Pants. Quick draw contest. Go for your Breegull. Oh my gosh. Oh! 2D hit me with a Piccolo. So rude. I'm gonna try that one again. Left click when you hit go. Okay. Oh! This is just like the samurai minigame in Kirby Superstar. Kazooie looking very much like a rubber chicken there. Very cute. Yeah, in fact, this whole thing is very Kirby Superstar, isn't it? Alright, a few more. Gibbon was just about to say that too. Okay. A drawing game. Wow. This really has everything. This is a really cute collection. Oh, what? No. I did badly. This is like, I think it's Mario Party minigames that are like this. I was being too fastidious. I need to be a bit more quickestidious. That's a word. I made it up. Don't worry about it. How did I do? 64%. Very apropos. Squawk match. 2 players if you have a game controller. Keyboard and controller. Oh boy, this is going to be rough. Actually, I've got all the controller buttons mapped to keyboard buttons anyway, so... Oh man, 3 levels? Jolly Roger, please. Oh, what? It's not recognizing my gamepad, so I'm only playing as the keyboard player with my gamepad. Anyway, it's like 2E style shooter stuff, but we're gonna have 2 players against each other. Oops, I'm stuck inside the second player there. Okay, so that's that one. I wish I could see the other Banjo. It looks like a kind of palette swap with a green backpack and blue shorts. Kazooie looks the same though. I don't know what the second Banjo would be. Maybe one of the time-displaced duplicates from the bad ending of Grunty's Revenge, when they return from time and a bunch of Banjos walk out of the house. And which would make... there weren't Kazooie duplicates present, but I'm going to say that's Kazooie's mother, Vuvuzela, as established during that previous Grunty's Revenge missions stream. So there you go. A return appearance by Vuvuzela. Good stuff. I wonder... You know, I never played much of the Banjo-Tooie multiplayer, so I'm not too familiar with how it handles palette swaps and you know, alternate skins on the playable characters. I know that in DK64, in multiplayer mode, every Kong has a palette swap. A bunch of palette swaps. Alright, so that's it. Oh, there's a randomizer too, great. That's the end. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I got a bit frantic at the end, but that was a lot of fun. This is the state of the fan game landscape around when the games were first coming out. 2000, 2001, this one was up to 2004 there. But yeah, like, people did what they could to express their fandom of these series. And yeah, like, taking them as products of their time, like, they're really cool, and you can certainly have a lot of fun with them even today by revisiting them in this way. So I hope you enjoyed watching these. You can play all these yourself through the links in the YouTube description. And yeah, what else to say? Nothing more than have a nice day. Next week we'll be playing more up-to-date games, as I said earlier. 2020 video games made by yeah, people with maybe better tools. But until then, have a good time, and yeah, rare stuff is good. I don't know. Bye.